Oh, hey guys, welcome back. There's so much to do today. I told myself you need to go through every single plant, make sure they're okay. But yeah, also there's a ton of like new leaves coming and oh, I know I say that every single time, but I'm shocked at the growth. I'm gonna start out with Miss Pertusa. The new leaf. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all. Do you see the holes? Ooh. Okay, let me move these leaves. There are 3 holes. Look how weird. I don't know, I love it. The previous one had 2, and then the one before that had 1. And again, she's on a moss pole because y'all know she got too tall and snapped. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with it. I just want to show y'all. Okay, let's talk about Miss Brandy now. Whew, moss pole is so dry. I'm scared because she's facing the other way. I'm scared to turn her around because I feel like there's gonna be some leaf damage. Leaf damage. Okay, you actually look pretty good. Any leaf stuck? No. Moss pole's definitely dry. Okay, we're actually okay. I just need to wet the moss pole though. I'll know that she's unstable, and you can see that she's at the very top of this large moss pole. I'm not gonna extend her again because if I do, I won't be able to move her. I don't know. Should I extend her? I know y'all are gonna be mad because the other option is to chop her and y'all always yell at me. So if I extend it though, I really won't be able to move her and she's in LECA. So like changing the nutrient solution, Okay, I'm probably just gonna grab a bucket of water and then slowly just water through the moss pole first. After that, I'll probably change the nutrient solution because honestly, I think it's been 8 weeks. So like 2 months since I changed the nutrient solution or the Brandy. So we'll do that. Oh, she's such a beautiful plant, y'all. Because I know this is gonna take a long time, I got a few questions in my previous planter video, and so I might answer a few of them here. Okay, let me concentrate first, because y'all know that once this top gets heavy and wet, it's gonna tip over, so I'm just gonna have to... Okay, now I'm seeing that the light is behind y'all, so I might have to turn around. Is this better? Is it better? Can y'all see? Y'all can see. Okay, let's get into the questions. Kevin, I know you don't soak your LECA, but do you at least rinse it thoroughly? The answer is no. I'm gonna repeat this again. I know in my complete care guide, I said that you should rinse your LECA thoroughly and then soak it. But here's the thing. Why? What's the rationale? People always say, oh, you don't want like the mud or once the clay dust gets wet, it forms like a mud. And I think people worry that that's gonna affect the plant's roots. I honestly think that, you know, you only need to really rinse your LECA if you have is it the circulating hydroponic systems where there's a pump? Because the LECA dust or mud goes through like the pipes of that system, and therefore that can clog it. If you're using it this way, and I should have clarified this in the beginning, but if you're doing it this way, it's not gonna affect the growth of your plants. I think like the washing part was for if you have those kind of systems. Through time and through the nutrient changes, it'll disappear. And I'd rather that than washing a big batch of LECA and then pouring that down the drain. So yeah, that's my opinion. Something that's similar but not the same is pond. Nowhere in the instructions do they say rinse your pond. Also, people might not know this, but what you're supposed to do with pond, like what they recommend, is take a potted plant in soil, put it in a pot that's bigger, and then put pond around it. Like that's how they're using it, the company that made pond. And I know this is a polarizing thing, this is kind of a hot take, but why? I used to do it and I'm like, why am I doing this? It's probably been close to a year where I stopped rinsing LECA, soaking LECA, rinsing pond. Everyone's happy. So again, this is just one experience. This is my experience. Like a lot of things will work for different people, but specifically for that argument about like washing I'm getting like spicy right now. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Now I have to hold the plant. Oh, I don't want to cut it, but also she's gonna fall. Like, look, if I let go. Oh, of course you would stand when everyone's watching. Okay, that really went into a tangent, that question. But thanks, Mary, for that question. Okay, Leah asks where I get the big net pots. So I'm pretty sure this is a 10-inch net pot. So I've said in the past, your local hydroponic store will definitely have these. Currently I'm buying from Grow, Canada. Is it that? I think they're a local business here in Toronto, and I'm not sure if they ship to the States, but yeah, that's where I get these. And this is the same pot that this Brandtianum's in. Susie asks, I just got a big bag of pon, scared to use it. Will Hoyas be okay in pon? Yes. Honestly, my opinion, pon is like the easiest medium to grow Hoyas. And like they both root really quickly and they grow really well in pon. I also find that that is the best medium to propagate Hoyas as well. Hoyas are the easiest to propagate because you have so many opportunities along the stem for it to root. Whereas if you have a single node cutting of a philodendron or a monstera, there might just be one root. And if that's gone, good luck. Hoyas, if one root system dies within the stem, another one will pop out. And also sometimes like at the very bottom of the cutting, you'll see a lot. Or even at the top where the node is, all along the stem. Have you ever noticed if trellising your Hoya vines pointing down have killed them off? I've heard that that is a thing, but see, it's falling. I've heard that that is a thing, but it makes it a pain when trying to trellis something. You stay? You just want the attention. I think it's time to do round 2. I just let it stand for a little bit, let the moss soak the water a little bit, and then I'm going in again. Because I'm looking at the back here and then at the bottom and there's still dry spots. That's how dry it was. But okay, yes, I do experience that. I want to see if I can find one where that has happened. The thing with Hoyas, they'll always push out new growth from a totally different node in the plant if that happens. And if you give your Hoya the right conditions, if it has a healthy root system, if you're giving it a lot of light, that new growth will come out in no time. So I always like risking it. I'm using this as an example because she's in bloom and I just noticed this now. Okay. Oh, I just poked my eye. Hoya vitilinoides crossed with UT species 001. So first the flowers. Look at this. Oh, so this is only the 3rd time it's bloomed for me since I got it maybe 2 years ago. I love how the centers are like pinkish, reddish in color, and then the bright yellow flowers, like you can't go wrong with those. Peduncles everywhere. There's also some areas over here that will bloom. There's a second one over right here. The thing is, I find when they're in this state, they're so sensitive. Like when I brought this out, like half of these blooms over here fell off. So, okay, the point. See, like this dried up and died when I trained it down. Do you see that? But then she continued to push out new growths from the top. And ultimately, you kind of get a fuller plant that way because you're getting growth points coming from different nodes. So yeah, I do find that that happens. I like to risk it anyways because I know that Hoyas will push out a new growth somewhere else. And then I'd rather have a fuller plant, especially if this Hoya came as a single vine. Like obviously I prefer a fuller plant look. So yeah, I don't know if I got to the point again, but that was it. Okay, how do you decide whether to cut or trellis Hoya tendrils? It's a preference. You have a tendril present and it doesn't have any leaves. So everyone says that you should trellis it because at the different nodes where there are no leaves on the tendril, there will be new leaves eventually. I'm known to cut them if that's the case and there's no trellis there. But okay, I'll give you 2 examples. This Hoya New Guinea Ghost. So remember she had a trellis and I put it on. Still no leaves. I mean, there's 2 that are coming finally. It's been like 3 months. Right over here. But do you see how naked this looks compared to what she was before at the bottom here? I'd rather have the tendril grow up the trellis because once it feels the support as it's growing, it'll push out new leaf and therefore you'll get a fuller plant. But like there are so many nodes that aren't pushing out leaves. And so this is one example. I was absolutely shocked with this one because it feels like it happened all of a sudden. So Hoya finlaysonii, if y'all remember, she was this little bush situation and then she had so many tendrils. So I added a bigger trellis. She did push out a bunch of leaves. So this is like the flip side to what I was saying. Like they will push out leaves eventually. And as you can see, they're kind of focused at the top as opposed to the sides here, obviously because there's a grow light up here. But yeah, I find Caudata Sumatra, I find if you have the trellis already there as the tip of the vine is growing, the Hoya will push out leaves on those nodes because it feels secure. I like when it looks full, like on the I don't know. Now I'm gonna change The nutrients, oh gosh. Okay, I gotta keep you in this corner because my camera's doing this thing where it overheats too much and then I have to keep turning it off. Okay, I'm just gonna take it out and we'll see. I don't even know. So she's just leaning against my closet door. I took, you can see the roots coming out. And before I was kind of shocked that there's only this many roots coming out of the net pot when she's like this tall and big, especially because there's multiple cuttings in here. But I think it's because a lot of the roots are in the moss pole. Can you cooperate, please? Okay, I'm just adding some nutrient solution. Y'all can't see, but it's happening. Okay, y'all, baby anthuriums. Did I fully answer I'm so distracted. Anthurium Crystallinum crossed with Magnificum, crossed with Luxurians. So there's a new leaf and I'm gonna have to spray her. And I'm just gonna water. I'm just taking my pump and just spraying the leaf. I think that'll do for now. A-U-T. Y'all, I don't know what's happening with this leaf. This is my Magnificum Luxurians. Okay, that leaf is gorgeous. Look at the new one. What is happening? She was stuck for a little bit, I think, when she was unfurling. I don't know. We're gonna love her. I'm not gonna cut her off. I'm just gonna let her be. And I'm just gonna fill the reservoir. And I wanted the new leaf to be, look at this. Are you kidding? So pretty. Okay, and number 3 is pushing out an inflow and a leaf? Wait, hold on. I didn't see the leaf. Oh, it is. Okay, I'm cutting the inflow. Cause, excuse me, why? You're a little baby. Do not do this. So I'm just trying to cut carefully. Okay. Okay, do you see that the new leaf broke through the caterpillar? Do you see that? I didn't do anything with this. But okay. I'll spray it because I'm scared. And then some water. Cannot wait till this one is as big as this one. Do you see it? This one. Okay, let's look at these strawberry shake props in moss. I think the majority of them are in moss. I said before, they're a little bit slower. May have just been used to like how fast they grew in LECA. I don't know if y'all can see this. Jose Bono's in the way. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to chop her soon. But I'm just gonna quickly, oh, the cutest. Okay, they are pretty dry, like I said. Look at this new leaf. So she was just a single leaf. I'm actually happy because usually really variegated strawberry shakes, they take a long time to push out new growth. And I know she's tiny, but she's something. And the variegation looks great. So I'm just wetting the moss. Okay, this one looks good. Look at this. This one looks okay. Beautiful new leaf. Do you know what? I'm just remembering a lot of these were in pond. I can't believe I forgot about that. That's probably why they're lagging so much, because they were in pond. They're probably like well acclimated to that. And then I just disturbed them and moved them into moss. Okay, this one has a leaf that's stuck, so I'm just gonna spray it a little bit. Oh, you're a cutie, aren't ya? Oh, this is the cutest. Okay. Oh gosh. Mama leaf, and then look, this is the first one. She is adorable. Do you see that? And she's like pretty balanced. Love that. Oh my, oh, everything's dropping. Okay, the Hoya Polyneuras, out of Variegated and Broget. Oh my gosh, a lot of these are like here. Okay, maybe I'll do this at a different angle. Okay, we are here. They are beautiful. Look at that. Oh geez. Okay, so that's one, and then a Broget. They always look like this when they're new, and then I always worry because they look like too light, but then when they harden off, they look like that. Yeah, I'm just watering them because they are dry. Ooh, look at these roots on the Broget. Jeez. Oh my gosh, this is the one that had 2 growth points. So that's one. And then the second one is this one. So this one over here The first set of leaves were like almost too cream, and I mean gorgeous. And I was like, ooh, that might not be good. But then the new set, look at that. Pretty. Because, okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. This one, beautiful, right? Look at the new set of leaves. They're totally cream. There's no green anywhere. So I don't know. And the new growth looks like it's gonna be totally cream. So I have no idea. I'm gonna let it grow and I'm gonna see what happens, but like, girl. So I got this question again about when do I decide to give nutrient solution? When do I decide to give just water? And again, I'm so loosey-goosey when it comes to this. I just try to remember the last time I gave it nutrient solution. And if that was more than a month ago, then I'm like, why not? Oh, more specifically, I got the question of when do you know to give like a diluted nutrient solution versus the full strength? For me, sorry, I just want to show you. There's 2 sets of leaves on this or Broget. Love her. If it's not a plant that's living in LECA and I'm using the LECA nutrient solution, I tend to always want at least half diluted when I water like plants in an aerated mix or pond. The reason for this with my plants in an aerated mix is because I haven't put any new plants in new aerated mixes, so the nutrients are basically gone. I think the last time I put a plant in an aerated mix was probably a year ago. So I mean, depending, I don't usually water my plants that much that are in aerated mixes. So once every 2 months, maybe I give it nutrient solution. I think that might change during the summer. And yeah, with pond, the slow release fertilizer is like gone after, they say 6 months, but I mean, depending if you have heavy feeders, I want to say it's shorter than that, like maybe 3. Wow. These are like really silver compared to the mother leaves. Look at this. This one's probably one of the lesser of the splashy ones. The leaves, they're just so silver. Oh my gosh. And the last one, look how pretty. I love her. Okay, let's put everyone back. Actually, let's like empty this container first. Okay, here they are. Let's put them back. Okay, another bin. This is like mixed. Remember I propagated my Philodendron strawberry shake in water first, then she grew roots, and then I put her into perlite. They're doing fantastic. So here's one. You can see that the root is there, and there's one on the surface. I think because like I've really been keeping these ones really wet, it was like, okay, I'll just chill up here. They all have good roots. Second one, right over there. Look at that. Number 3 has that one. Number 4 has a lot. Look at that. That is crazy. 5, oh my gosh, look at this juicy one. And then the growth. I think this is the one with the big or like a lot of nodes. Okay, this one has a new growth and then fantastic root there. And then, ooh, I don't like how the new leaf looks. I think it might have got stuck at one point. This one right here, the new leaf is doing a thing. And actually, oh, this is the one that didn't have roots. Okay, gotta keep that one extra wet. Hoya carnosa gregos, roots look great, but this is the one that still hasn't pushed out new growth. So weird. The weird one over here, the growth point looks the same. And this one I'm so obsessed. I kind of want to keep it. Like, look at those new leaves from this one. Look at this set. Oh, got some Mathilde props. I've just been cutting any green vines off and just putting them in different containers. And then, I don't think I showed this. I had a node of a strawberry shake, and look at this new leaf. You can't really see the roots, but I'm just gonna keep her in here for a little bit. Let's water these. Oh hey, it is a few days later. First, I'm gonna film a reel. Now, do y'all follow me on Instagram? If you're not, you should do it. But I've said before, I'm focusing on reels. I'm just kind of experimenting. So like today, I'm gonna film like one where I'm dancing. It sounds so funny. So I just have my ring light set up here. I'm gonna put my phone in here. And then, I don't know, I'm just gonna dance, I guess. Is there anything y'all want to see on my reels? Because I'm open to ideas. Again, this is like a newer thing that I'm doing. I'm trying to do at least one every day. And I think I've done one every day for like a week and a half. So like fingers crossed I keep up. Light. There's probably an easier way to film these dancing ones. What I do, because I need as much footage to kind of like sift through, I pick a song. So I'm picking, actually right now, we're doing Kelly Clarkson's new song, Favorite Kind of High. For no reason, it's not trending or anything right now, but first of all, love Kelly. Second of all, love this new song, and I just want to dance to it. I don't know. Anyways, what was the point? I basically pick a segment of the song that I'm going to like have in the reel, and then I basically go into YouTube Music, play that part with me and my plant, that whole segment, and then I move those clips into the reel. I know I can do it in the app, however, I've had experiences before where the app crashed while I was doing it, and yeah, so I prefer this way. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna join you guys after, because we got more plant chores to do. This is technically kind of a plant chore, I guess. I don't know. Y'all, I'm like out of breath. I'm like, I'm so out of breath. Okay. I think we're halfway there. I just need a few more plaids. This is hilarious. I'm so sorry. I just thought I'd show you the process. Okay, my camera overheated, so I don't know how much footage I got from that. But, okay, I think it's time to chop up my Hoya Mathilde. Splash. Sorry, I don't know why that was so delayed. Okay. I said before that I was gonna chop it once I saw maybe like too much green in the vines. But also I was thinking like, if there's a vine that's pushing out a new growth from a splashy part and the vine has splash, then like why not make more splashy vines? Like potentially, do you see, like can you see how many splashy like plants I could potentially get? This is the one where I'm like, it's kind of looking not splashy anymore. There's a green leaf and a splashy leaf over there. Third vine, it's kind of happening. So splashy leaf one side, green leaf the other side, and then the next node is that. And update, because remember I was like, I keep cutting the green vines just to promote more new growth points and potentially get more splash. So I did that with one plant in here, and look what happened. This is a new leaf. And remember, this is the plant that only had the splashing on half this leaf. And now, look at this. Crazy, unbelievable, guys. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'm a little sad because obviously this plant is just so beautiful, but let's do it. Y'all know that I can't help myself. So I finally got some pon. It came in the mail. I got this question about where I buy my pon. Do I make it myself? I do not make it myself. I haven't made it myself ever. I buy from like the Lashuza site, and I know they're out of stock often, but I like to put the reminders on to alert me when they're back in stock, and that's basically what happened. So I got a few more bags. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so I'm just using this deli container, putting some pon, and I'm just putting a thin layer. And of course we need to cut the plant first. So what am I gonna do here? Let me bring y'all closer to the plant. Starting off with this one, probably gonna cut right over here. Bam. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this vine. I kind of want a new growth point to come out of this side of the node. Let's cut it. Not too hopeful with this one, but we'll try it. This one looks great. And we're just gonna keep going. I think I might stop here. So you could kind of see that there is splash. It's not like fully covering the leaf, but it's always good to see that splashy silver. But the reason why I stopped there is because look at this. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous leaf. So potentially I could have made another cut because there is a really splashy leaf at the node below it, but there's always a chance that there will be a new growth at both. And so I'm gonna keep the rest of this vine as is. The lower leaves, you could kind of see a half and half situation. So yeah, we'll keep her like that. Then we have these cuttings here. So that's fantastic. Moving on to this vine over here. Fully green leaves. I'm not gonna throw it out, I'm gonna keep it. Next one, we have a silver one and a green one. And then I guess this vine is, you know, kind of similar to the last one, where you're not getting like full splash on a lot of the leaves, like it's more of a half and half situation. And so I'm just continuing. So similar to the last one, I'll probably leave these two So you can see that they have a fair amount of splash on them. And also the node before that is the same. The node before that actually is pushing out new growth that I'm probably gonna chop too. So that new growth from the really splashy leaves has kind of a half and half situation. So splashy leaf and then green. So I'm probably gonna cut this one as well. I like can't believe I'm doing this, y'all. What am I doing? Okay, and I'm really debating. Oh, should I just keep this one? This is so pretty. Okay, maybe I'll keep it. See, it was easier to cut the other ones because they weren't as silvery as this vine. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for these because who knows if this new growth that's coming out from one of the earlier nodes is gonna have splash. So maybe I'll wait to see what that does, because are you kidding? It is so hard to find a good specimen of the Mathilde splash. I think that's it. Okay, so let me grab this. So I'm just kind of choosing which ones I want to do, pushing them in like that. Yeah, I'm very interested how these will grow. It's kind of difficult also because a lot of these leaves are kind of sideways, and so it's kind of hard to push them in the pond. Do I want to do a different container? I think I'm gonna have to split them up. You know what? I think this is a better idea because I find when I put too many in one container, because there's so many, it's hard to keep an eye on all of them. Now I'm just sprinkling a little bit just to cover whatever's above without completely burying the leaves. Okay, so that's one. Let's see if they all fit in this one, but I think I might have to just put more pond on top first. Okay, I like these. I left the green ones just off to the side here, so there's 3 cuttings. I might just put it with my other ones. Here they are. I'm just gonna spray over just plain water. And again, you gotta keep these super wet. I'm probably gonna fill it up till I see the water line all the way up here because I know the stems are small. I'm just gonna use my spray since I have it here. We're just gonna go over. So do you see it's at the very top of the pond? So you can see that the water is like at the very top. I do this a lot with Hoyas because again, you could propagate Hoyas in water. The #1 reason why your Hoya props will fail is if the stem dries out too much. And so yeah, that's how I do that. The same with the second one. We're at the very top of the container. I might add more actually. Last step, I'm gonna put these right under a grow light. So I'm probably gonna put the grow light literally this close to them. Okay, so I grabbed my light meter and I have both of these just under here. So I already measured it. It's 1800 foot candles. I usually like it closer, but the Mathilde is so resilient. I think that'll be just fine. I like anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 foot candles. And since we're on the topic of splashy Hoyas, let's talk about my Hoya latifolia Snow Queen. So the mama is still not doing anything. So remember, I cut it back to these 2 splashy leaves. The issue with this, and it's because there's 2 nodes here, there's just competition. Do you see that? So we'll see. It's the same with the node right below it. I'm hoping because I doubled my nutrient solution and she's under grow light that she'll finally push out new growth. It's not flat mites, I checked. But okay, this is like big. So the 4 props that I put into LECA, so they're doing well. They've been under that grow light probably, I think, 2,000 foot candles, 2,000 to 3,000. Look at this new growth. And there is a leaf, but it's too small to tell if there is actually splash on it. Other ones have new growth. It's really hard to tell. They're just at the beginning stages. And I know they're rooted because, look at that. That is a brand new root. Now, remember I told y'all, make sure the water level is high. So remember, I kept the water level all the way up here because I knew that the cuttings, the stem was like short. And so I continued to do that until I saw movement up here. Obviously there's a root, so I don't need to put it that high. I'm still kind of hitting it right over here. So, good news. I'm hoping I get splashy leaves from this one. Okay guys, I guess that's it. So I'm trying to be ambitious and I'm thinking of putting out a video on Wednesday and on Friday. So Wednesday is gonna be like an orchid update. Y'all know that I switched all my Phalaenopsis into LECA 6 months ago. So I guess it's a 6-month update. So I'm planning to have that out on Wednesday. And then on Friday, I wanna put out my favorites video for May. And yeah, fingers crossed I can get those out this week. Again, y'all, I have a Patreon, so I want to thank everyone in my Strawberry Shake tier and my LECA Drop tier. But a very special thanks to those in my Lobster Clark. Oh my god, I can't talk. Lobster, I mean, it's not that. It's the Monsieur Burley Barks Flave tier. Janice Upton, Crystal, Margot T, Rose Ramos, Domer Croy, Corlin Walters, Gina Alexandra, Carlos Holling, Blaine B, Sam Pennypacker, Daniel Wilcox, Casey Gross, Francesco, Dana Nelson, Linda Marks, Soda Rocks, Remy Pabila, Simone Elizabeth, Lisa Mata, Danny Alley, Marnie McCallum, Gerda, Stephanie McGinnis, Kendra Prum, Ryan Jones, Alicia D, and Courtney Evans. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!